Like you're in Iowa and listen and okay? A lot of information we've got to go through very, very quickly. One of the questions that I was asked last night was, how do you get to executive director? How do you build an organization that will get to executive director? So folks, whatever else you may be doing at this point in time, just please focus on what I'm about to show you. Because everything else that I'm going to teach you, if you don't get this first part, nothing else is going to matter. Okay? You've got to focus on how you're building your business. By the way, somebody asked me, who does that look like in the back of the room? That's exactly 30 years ago when I graduated from the Delta Force.
Really?
And does that not look like that kid in the back?
Yeah.
I used to have red hair.
Looks better.
People pay. Never criticize the guy up front. That's as close to a smile, by the way, as I've come in many, many years. So what we're going to talk about is the leadership wheel. Okay, and by the way, let me introduce in the back room. Mike, would you raise your hand? Mike is a regional manager in Dubuque, Iowa. He holds meetings at the Mainstay Inn. Every Tuesday night, Mike?
Yes.
Every Tuesday night from 7 to 8. At 6 o'clock they do a training, and then from 7 to 8 they do their weekly meetings. By the way, if you guys ever need computer help, Mike owns his own company. That's what he's doing on my computer. Every time he's around me, I hand him my computer. Matter of fact, Mike, hold up that sign you wrote for me a minute ago. He was trying to help me, and what it says is not everyone should own a computer. Usually, but I mean, this guy, he can literally, folks, that thing will grow feet and walk. This guy knows so much about computers. He owns his own company. If you ever need computer help, call Mike here, and he can remotely take over your computer and fix just about anything you've ever had happen to him. He creates websites for me all the time and everything else. What a fabulous individual. And then, of course, my son in the back, who, as you know, I'm extremely proud of. How do you build an organization? So please, no matter whatever else you're doing, you have to focus on this. This is one rule that Bill Walker will never break. Okay, and there are a lot of rules. Those of you who know me, I'm a system-dependent person, very much so. My entire life, if any part of the system breaks down, somebody could die. Especially when you're in military and you're training. You're on a mission, somebody doesn't do their job, somebody dies. We do everything the same way every time, and I need to depend on you're going to do it. Because my life is in your hands just as yours is in mine. So in Legal Shield, people always ask me, how do you know who you're working with? How do you focus your time, right? How many of you have realized so far that the people who want all your time do nothing? Are you with me? As a matter of fact, they want your time. Please understand this, and this is critical to understand. They want your time when it's convenient to them. Right? And when it's not convenient, like I'm holding a Super Saturday and they don't show up. How much of my time as a business owner am I giving them? Y'all with me? Now here's the problem. It's not convenient because many times these are your friends when you're starting out. Legal Shield is not about friends and family. If you want that, go to AT&T. Okay? I am a business owner. Bradley's boss, he's the outside salesman for a company called Napa. You guys have Napa around here, of course. His boss, Lester, still is amazed that I make money in sales. Am I not kidding, Bradley? Lester tells everybody, don't work with him. Bill is not a nice person. He literally he laughs at me because Lester's been, I don't like stupid people. I really don't like stupid people. And they irritate me. I know I can't fix stupid, so I'm not going to hang around stupid. Right? And Lester has been with me before, and somebody will come in the store, and they'll start talking to me, and they just act stupid. And I have no problem telling them, you're an idiot. Get away from me. Bradley, am I exaggerating? Lester still, it boggles his mind. You're in sales, and you treat people like that? I don't like stupid people. And stupid people are the ones who want to tell me all their thoughts and ideas. Right? I have limited brain power here. I don't need to fill it with stupid ideas. And so, you have got to focus on what you want out of Legal Shield. Folks, the only way you're going to get to where you want to be is by having a business mentality 24/7. Are you all with me? You are not in a network marketing company. You are in a business and you are the CEO. When you get home this afternoon, you look in the mirror if your business is not succeeding. And when you look in the mirror, the reason why is looking at you. Y'all didn't invite me here to be nice to you. You're right, okay? If your business is succeeding, do more of what you're doing. I talked about this a little bit last night. As a business owner, if you're working with an associate, and associates call me all the time, and folks, we give them a flippant answer. And I hear this on the calls all the time also with Legal Shield, and it irritates me. How many of you have heard, if you're not getting the results you want, you just need to have more activity? You heard that? That may not necessarily be the case. If give me your first name, Terry?
Terry.
If I'm working with Terry, I need to know, what are you doing? If she's doing more and more activity, but it's the wrong activity, what is she going to get? The wrong results. So if I'm her leader, I need to say, Terry, talk to me. What are you doing? Okay, now let's adjust this and keep the same amount of activity. So there is no one response. If I'm working with Rena, I'll get it right eventually. I need to know, what is your activity? Is it proper activity? If it's proper activity, then that tells me we're just not having enough activity. Okay? So folks, here is my hard and fast rule. If you want to work, and as my son knows, every Monday morning at 9 a.m., I have a conference call with my leaders. Okay? Would you make this note, by the way? Leadership is not based on ability. Leadership is based on responsibility. Leadership is not based on ability, it's based on responsibility. If you want on my leadership call, you will earn the right to be there. And by the way, I will never, this is one rule I will never break, ever. I will never let somebody who is not qualified to be on my leadership call be on the call. Because what does it do to the people who are qualified? It cheapens it. Y'all with me? Here is the one key that I learned that skyrocketed my business. I have what I call my leadership wheel, or my circle of trust. This is my brain trust. These are the associates who talk to me every Monday morning at 9 a.m. These are the people who we share thoughts and ideas. We talk about upcoming events, how we want to promote things. And these are the only people on that call who I'm listening to, because they're doing the activity they need to earn the right to be on that call. People say, well, you have so many associates. Who do you choose to work with? The ones who earn the right. Y'all with me? Folks, if your team member contacts you today and says, I didn't make Super Saturday, tell me what he trained on, and you continue talking to them about what I trained on, you're failing. Mike Kieran in the back of the room will tell you, you never call, if you miss a team call, don't call and ask me what I talked about. And everybody, by the way, please understand this, and I'm not trying to be rude, but everybody's got an excuse. They're like you-know-whats, right? An excuse with Bill Walker, what's the effective range of an excuse? 0. Peanut butter. I don't care if your cat is throwing up at home and you had to stay home and babysit it. I could care less. Here is what we do to build a business. People say, you're just way too harsh. No, folks, I'm successful. How many of you ever seen the movie Bill Gates, or the Apple guy? Steve Jobs. Most people thought Steve Jobs was a jerk. But if you were in tight and you followed Steve Jobs, he made how many millionaires? By the way, Sam Walton, everybody thinks of Sam Walton as a wonderful, loving guy, unless you worked for him. But how many multi-millionaires are there now because they were plugged into with what they were doing? And folks, my mindset is exactly, this is my business. Don't call me because you couldn't attend some event because something else happened. You know, somebody was talking to me the other day and said, well, Bill, I can't make it, I'm going to go, I have to attend a wedding. And my response, and my wife got upset with me, but my response is, catch the next wedding, be at this event. And they stopped, what do you mean? No, Bill, you understand, they're getting married. And I said, well, they're going to get divorced, they'll get remarried, be at the next one. My wife didn't like that comment. I don't know why. She'll get over it. Or I'm going to continue losing weight one way or the other. But y'all understand my focus here, laser focus. Laser focus. This is my business. So who do I work with? If you want to be on Bill Walker's team, so on your sheet of paper, would you draw a circle? Inside of that circle, you draw another circle. And you put your name. How do I get to executive director? Number one, you quit wasting time on people who are doing nothing. Which, by the way, some of you in the room today, you may be starting over. But hey, if I know where I'm at, I know where I can go. Some people, I've been doing this a long time, folks, 17 years. Some people are just kidding themselves on what level of success they're at. Right? You can lie to everybody but yourself. Right? Look at your bank account. Does your bank account tell you you're successful? Right? You know, you can try to baffle me, or you know what the other one is with me. But the bottom line is you've got to go home and look at yourself every night. And by the way, even more important, your family knows. Your kids know. Are you get up and you talk about I'm successful, I'm doing this, but what do your kids really see? You know, people say, well, my family's not involved in Legal Shield. Probably because what they saw didn't work. I have a relative of mine that now the daughter wants nothing at all to do with Legal Shield, even though their dad is a director in my organization and keeps telling them how great the company is, and he didn't make $1,500 last year. Well, why would his daughter want to be involved in that? Y'all with me? Because he, no matter what, and he's the first one to talk at every meeting. If you don't even have to give him a chance, he'll try to interrupt. And I'll say, Dutch, shut up. It's just my personality. Mike, have you heard me say that before? Well, I did a meeting, folks, and this guy attended one of my CE classes. The lady in the class, Bradley, you were sitting there, she said, how do I get started in this product? She had some issues going on in her life. That guy literally said to her, listen, let me help you fix these problems. So I had to walk over to him. I said, listen, you're dumber than a box of rocks. She doesn't need to listen to you. And I said, here's how you get signed up with a membership. He was going to tell her how to solve her problems. This guy didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. But he's free with advice because it doesn't cost him anything. Y'all with me? No, I didn't mean you. Please don't shoot anything at me. So folks, here is my circle. No exceptions. Never. I don't care what your name is or how much you help me in other things. Never an exception. You must get on Performance Club for 4 consecutive months. No ifs, ands, or buts. You must be on Performance Club. You will never speak at a Bill Walker's meeting. And by the way, folks, people know hard and fast rule. If somebody's at Bill Walker's meeting, standing up and speaking for any reason, they're on Performance Club. I will never have somebody in my meeting telling anybody how to do it. I wouldn't even have you give directions in my meeting to how to get to the event if you're not on Performance Club. Y'all with me? But now, by the way, when people come to my meeting, what are they expecting to see? By the way, in Legal Shield, in corporate now, you will never get on the stage at Legal Shield if you are not a platinum. Y'all aware of that? You will not speak at a Legal Shield function, at corporate office, at internet. Everybody you see there is at least a platinum. Anybody know what platinum bonus is? You ever heard of that? What's platinum bonus per quarter right now? Cash. Anybody know what the platinum cash bonus is per quarter? Somebody run a number out there.
15,000.
Per quarter. 10,000. Keep going.
25.
20. Keep going. 25. Keep going.
50?
Under 50. The last month's quarter bonus for the fourth quarter was $46,000. Bonus. Who do you want to be taught by?
Yeah, those.
The guy that I have who can't even get on Performance Club, and by the way, last year he made 9 sales. 6 of those I did for him in one group setting. So he made 3 sales in 12 months. And he's the one that wants to talk to you about what you need to do. Or the guy who just earned a bonus of $46,000 last quarter. Y'all with me? 4 months qualified for Performance Club, you're in my circle. Now folks, watch this. I've got Bradley Walker. Bradley Walker is in that circle. He's the one that, hey, he's making it happen. I've got Ruth Ebke, regional manager for me. Marcia Salem, an executive director on my team. Mark Hale out in Montana. Mark writes almost 50 sales every month himself personally. Folks, when I get 10 people in that circle, what did I just get? I got executive director. If I get 10 people who will each write 5 sales a month, how many sales do I have on my team?
50.
50. What's my level then?
ED.
Executive director. Executive director. If you miss Performance Club in the 5th month, guess what?